Hello everyone. Today, if you didn't read the thumbnail, we are going to be talking about Rainbow Six Siege versus Insurgency Sandstorm, and more specifically, which game is the better, tactical, realistic shooter, whatever you want to call it. And I think that this is something I thought about doing it because Siege and Sandstorm are two similar games. They try to do similar things, but they approach them in different ways, and I think for these reasons, the two games are very much worthy of having this kind of head-to-head comparison between the two. So, without any more intro shit, I'm just going to start off and talk about Siege first. Siege is a tactical shooter. It involves tactical gameplay. It has operators. The operators fulfill different roles, and they are part of two teams. One attacks, one defends, Siege stuff. And where these tactical elements in Siege, where those are concerned, I think that Siege is a very good game. It does those things quite well. You feel like you're doing something tactical while you're playing. It has a tactical feel to it. Just run around running and gunning the whole time, But there are elements that do encourage run and gun at times. Things like crouch spam or earlier drop shotting have really undermined the tactical elements in the last little while with Siege. And I think that that's a real shame, because Siege was a good tactical shooter before all of these problems kind of came up and plagued it. And also there have been some, half-baked operators that really kind of undermine the tactical elements as well, because they, in some ways, encourage you to fall back on the stupid strategies like crouch spamming to just get easy kills with it so you can get rid of the stupid half-baked operators. And I think that with all this, Siege is still a good game in a lot of rights, in its tactical way, but it's been waning. It's been getting a little worse recently. It's lost a bit of its tactical identity. But with that said, on to Sandstorm. Sandstorm is a tactical, realistic shooter. It has tactical gameplay a bit more harsh than Siege's. It has classes, and the classes are somewhat similar to operators in that they have different loadouts and different roles and things. And it has two teams and all that stuff. Sandstorm stuff. And Sandstorm, like Siege, rewards tactical and creative gameplay, teamwork, strategy. And its gameplay is tactical, but in some ways a bit more harsh or even brutally realistic than Siege's. Bullets are not lasers anymore. They do not go where the center of your sight reticle is. They now go kind of where they want to. They have accuracy, sure, but if you just spray it you're not going to land hits all the time, especially at longer ranges. And gunfights especially do not last as long. It takes far fewer shots to kill. Usually only 2 at most ranges, maybe 3 at longer ranges, heavy armor, but for the most part it's quite low and quite quick to get kills, and a lot of your success comes from outflanking and avoiding firefights entirely. So, I think that because of all these tactical and realistic elements, Sandstorm encourages the tactical gameplay a bit more than Siege does, because it encourages it through you relying on it. You need your teammates sometimes to push, to get onto the objective, to do what you need to do. And a lot of the time, you also need strategy. You need to think ahead. You need to know where you're going to go and where you're going to hide behind cover and what angles you need to hold and where everything is. You need to know these things. You need to plan ahead. So it's very important with all those elements, and I think that really enhances the tactical elements of Sandstorm. And when I mentioned about Siege losing some of its identity, it's not as present in Sandstorm. Sandstorm maintains a lot of its identity, and that's also, in a lot of ways, that's true, because Sandstorm hasn't been around as long as Siege. It's been around far shorter, and it's had less time to lose its identity, but I have played Insurgency 1, I did play it before Sandstorm, and I can say that Sandstorm retains much of its predecessor's qualities, which is what it kind of set out to do, was modernize the game, but not change it. And so it hasn't really changed enough to lose its identity from game to game, and I don't think it will change drastically anytime soon, or lose its identity. Now, to say which game is better, I'd have to give it to Sandstorm, if you couldn't already tell. I think that due to the, at times, almost harsh realism of Sandstorm, it prevents things like the crouch spam and drop shotting, and it encourages you to rely on your teammates and make strategies and really plan ahead and set yourself up for success rather than just run around and flick on people in quick peek. But there is one other reason, one penultimate reason that Sandstorm is, in my opinion, better than Siege, and that's gamer stretches. Gotta be gamer stretches. But that stupid stuff aside, Sandstorm isn't without fault. It had its problems at launch and its glitches and everything and its connectivity problems, but I think that overall, in its current state, against Siege's current state, at least now, it wins out in almost every way, I think. That's not that I don't hold out hope for Siege and hope that it will come back and make a return and be better, but I think that Sandstorm has a lot better chance of maintaining its tactical elements and being a good tactical shooter, and it's on its way to get even better. But that is, of course, just my opinion. Don't kill me for it. Do share yours down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. Lovely, all that lovely stuff. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video.